sad ending for Sussex. Meghan and Harry ruined Archie and Lilibet's future. According to a royal expert today, at the rate Harry and Meghan are spending their money, the only line their daughter is going to be standing in is the food line. What happened to $100 million deal with Netflix and all those projects about female empowerment? Meghan was pitching to them. Of course, Meghan will be raising her daughter to be a feminist just like mommy, but that's going to be a little tricky for Meghan to pull off since her female empowerment has only come through men. And the $30 million deal with Spotify? Their first podcast fell to number 200 on the charts, and they haven't done another one since. Could it be that listeners really didn't buy the whole Archie say Happy New Year word fest? Yeah, and his first word was crocodile. Keep digging the hole, Harry and Meghan. Mrs. Julia Sun predicted no more offers for voiceover work after the Disney elephant debacle. Voiceover work is relatively easy work for actors if you're good at it. Meghan could get work on the soaps. She's done that, so no reason not to get work there. Speaking of soap, so she supposedly single-handedly changed sexist advertising. Meghan could at least be selling unisex gloves to wash all those dishes. How hard could that be? And don't forget the little faux latte contraption Oprah said she'd add to her favorite list. She just didn't get it in time. Of course she didn't. And Meghan will always be able to get work for her talent in calligraphy. That was fake too? No biggie, they can give all the neighborhood kiddies plane rides around their backyard. Their plane got repossessed? No. It even had their names across it so everyone could see how rich they are. What a bummer. But all hope is not lost. Harry has taken a job telling others how to cope with their mental disorders. What a brilliant move. He's never recovered from his own mental health problems, so it stands to reason that he should be telling others how to. It's rumored that he's suffering from Stockholm Syndrome from living with a narcissistic wife who also suffers from mental disorders. Now, which ones are they? NPD, sociopathy, ASPD, suicidal ideations? So many to choose from. And Harry has landed yet another job. He's going to be working for a U.S. think tank that will explore the state of media and false information. That's right. Harry wants to pass a law that says you can only say or write what Harry and Meghan want you to. It's called the Harry and Meghan Truth or Lie Act. What Harry and Meghan want the most is to be influencers, to have an impact on society. Well, no disappointment there. They went on worldwide television and ambushed the Queen of our biggest allied country, and then attempted to blackmail and extort her for more money, bigger titles, more security, and more perks. And if she didn't give in to their demands, they threatened to do another tell-all interview with their bestie, Oprah. Meghan was in her element. No one there to refute her words. She even feigned a tear, telling Oprah how awful the royal family was to her. Now, only A-list actors can cry on cue, so maybe Hollywood really didn't see the true Meghan, or maybe they did, since she's had no A-list offers that she was sure would come from trashing her in-laws on the worldwide stage. Then the heavens opened and Harry appeared. Such a sad little angel. He started moaning about how he was cut off financially from his family. He wasn't cut off from his family. He was cut off from the financial family business because Harry and Meghan decided they no longer wanted to be working royals. He and Meghan announced that they were leaving the royal family business to become independently wealthy. They didn't want any money from taxpayers, and what they did want was to make money off their royal titles, which they had just quit. Oops, didn't think about that. Their plan was to be roving royals, fitting in around the world and sharing their personal manifestos, telling people how they should live their lives, all the while being supported financially from the job-working royals that they had just quit. But Harry and Meghan didn't understand one simple little thing about quitting your job. That when you quit your job, all the money, round-the-clock security, titles, and tiaras go back to the crown, your boss, who you just quit. It's like saying, I don't want to work for you anymore, but I want to keep paying all the bills, and I want the private jets, the bodyguards, the titles, tiaras, and all the perks, so I don't have to dip into my own personal inheritance of millions of dollars. They wanted to walk away and do what they wanted to do and expected the English taxpayers to keep funding their lavish lifestyle in America. So these two turtle doves thought the British citizens were going to financially support them while they were in America. And they did for a year, which the Queen supported and gave them her blessing. Then in January, they told the Queen that they did not want to go back to being working royals. The Queen accepted it and told them they would have to return their titles, they would no longer receive any more funding from the taxpayers, and they were no longer eligible for security because they were no longer living in Britain, and they were no longer working royals. Working royals, money, security, titles, tiaras. Non-working royals, Christmas cards. The hardest part was watching their private jet get repossessed. Seeing it fly away with names on it, it's gut-wrenching. Aren't these two sweet in their own delusional, demented way? So what color will the girl be? Will she have curly hair? Will she have titles? And where will their daughter be in the line of succession? No one really knows for sure, but I sure hope she likes chicken noodle soup. Moreover, picking up Harry's new employment, I want to know how on earth he will manage his two jobs. At least one is based in San Francisco. According to my trusty atlas, it is 343 miles by road from Montecito to San Fran. How will he commute? Will he escape to reality and get an apartment from Monday to Friday and just go home to his family at the weekends? Will he get a helicopter? His posh neighbors will be furious. Or what? Have the two of them even thought about that? I wonder. Maybe he will be zooming it and going to the office. Such a strange thought. Only when needed. He can't be away from the heavily pregnant Meghan unless, of course, Marcus has been hanging out in one of their many bedrooms. You are so out of date. Harry will be working from home, I understand. That way his loyal little wife can keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't make any friends of his own. Down a pint with the lads, as we say in his homeland. She ain't letting go of that leash. That sounds about right, and Meg's allegedly oversaw a book of recipes from the Grenfell Tower occupants who were made homeless. So maybe she has some cooking skills for the poverty-stricken life they will lead. On the question of baptism, it's true that anyone who inherits the crown in the UK must be a member of the Church of England because he or she will automatically become head of that church. One of their royal titles is Defender of the Faith, and that faith is the Anglican Communion. But it's rumored that Charles may want to change this and become Defender of Faith, presumably to sound more inclusive. I hope he doesn't succeed to the throne, and I hope even more that if he does, he won't change the title to something so woke that it's meaningless. You can defend a particular faith, but you can't just defend faith in general. I foresee another potentially disastrous situation arising from the arrival of this baby girl. Harry adores Archie, but we all know how, beyond reason, besotted a daddy can become with his daughter. We also know that even the most level-headed wife can feel a teeny bit peeved about this, particularly on behalf of a firstborn son who may on occasion be reprimanded by his dad. However, it doesn't always stop there. Some mothers will admit they actually feel a little jealous of all the attention being directed at their daughter and away from them. I leave the rest to your imagination. That great response could be written by a Brit with sarcastic humor. My feelings as an American is that they will need to take them off the line of succession to protect Prince William and his lovely family. I still remember John Lennon being shot by a nut trying to impress. A positive for me, I was indifferent to the royal family. But these two idiots have made me very positive. A benign royal family outstrips a presidency any day.